Comment your funny stories to be featured in the next video. This all started late on Tuesday night as I was setting my alarms for work the next day. I needed to be up by 8 a.m. As I always do, and I'm sure I'm not alone on this one, I like to set an alarm for a good hour or so before I actually need to be up. Who doesn't love that feeling of knowing you have another hour to sleep? However, this alarm was my fuck up. So I set my alarms and drift off into a deep sleep for the night. However, I have a very, very rude awakening. Now this is important. The last time I had set an alarm was at the weekend whilst visiting my girlfriend. When I was there, I had the idea to set the alarm tone as a metalcore song, as this was my go-to genre of music when I was an angsty 16-year-old, and I still like it for the nostalgia. Plus it is perfect for waking up lazy 22-year-olds who don't like to get up before midday at the weekend. Anyway, we end up getting up before this and the alarm goes away and I forget about this. Cue Wednesday morning, and the one thing I did not realize whilst setting my 7 a.m. alarm was that I did not have my normal night owl alarm tone. No, I now have Ravenous Rhinos by I Set My Friends on Fire. I guess this happened as it was the last alarm tone I had used before setting the one for 7 a.m. Now, in case you haven't heard this song, it isn't exactly a calming morning alarm. Honestly, just listen to the beginning of the song, it makes this 100x better. However, if not, it goes something like this. Distorted guitar riff for like 2 seconds. Group vocals shouting "what the fuck?" Followed by loud, aggressive, inaudible screaming vocals. Lovely. This causes me to suddenly jolt awake as I receive the biggest fucking jump scare of my life, honestly worse than the time I played PT, and that scarred me for life. Now scrambling for my phone, I try and stop the alarm whilst looking through my blurry, tired eyes. This of course fails and I resort to just shutting the phone down to stop all the noise. It probably woke up my flatmates in the process. At this point my heart is pretty much beating out of my chest and I'm thoroughly fucking shook. Now the next thing that happened took me even more by surprise. I suddenly have a literal river of blood flowing out my nose. Now I assume this happened due to the shock. It's probably not just some ridiculous coincidence, but anyway. I am now scrambling about trying to find something to stop the flow of blood as it drips all over my bedsheets. Wonderful. So there I am, heart beating like a fucking drum, blood going everywhere, whilst still totally perplexed as to why I've been so rudely awoken. I eventually find some tissues and stop the blood flow. However, I'm now fully awakened. I just lie there, contemplating my existence. Waiting for my nose to stop bleeding, which takes a good 30 minutes. Eventually, and stubbornly, I get up, still pretty mad with myself and also feeling a little bit on edge for the rest of the morning. I eventually find the funny side of it after my heart rate returns to a normal and get on with my day. It did also make a good story for. I think I'm done with metalcore, finally.